You're listening to the Comic Crusaders Podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. Wepa, what up, mi gente? This is your boy, Al Mega. I know, unusual view from me, right? My internet is down, so I gotta use a phone because there's no way I could not talk to this amazing creator today. I mean, she is the writer of this awesome book that's currently on Zoop. You know, Zoop is where the business is at right now, everybody, all right? I mean, for crowdfunding, that's where the best stuff for me is coming from right now. Amazing creators like the one I'm going to present. She has a project called Sentience, all right? Right now, the goal is, a little bit over 4K. We're at 1.8, but we got 25 days to go. And folks, I know you guys are going to put your money behind this amazing project. Let me introduce the amazing writer, the very talented, the gifted, Elise Russell. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I wish I could be better, meaning that my internet would work. That would be fantastic. And, trying to do this on a phone and you see my big finger going up on the screen. I'm sorry, folks. I got to do things. So with that, Elise, how are you today?
I'm doing great. It's snowing here, but...
Snow?
Yeah, it's kind of nasty.
I haven't seen snow in about 3 years. I'm in Florida. It's like 80 degrees. It's like a New York summer already over here.
That's great. Jealous right now.
Yes, it's wonderful. No, but what I'm jealous is your project, because you got this dope project, dope writing, dope art on an amazing platform. I mean, my goodness, I can't wait to this gets completely funded so we can get this anthology on our hands. But before we get to all that, Elise, it's all about the origin story. So what is the origin story of Elise? I mean, where you from? What's your old school hood? And what was your first taste of fandom? And who gave it to you? Was it your mama? Was it your papa? Or was it self-discovery?
Let's see. I'm from Michigan, and I've lived in Michigan all my life.
Okay.
And my first taste of fandom probably would have been Power Rangers.
Oh, hey. Oh my God. So you're a 90s kid, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My parents don't get into comics or anything quote unquote nerdy. So it was all just me.
All right. So they weren't into, pop culture or fandom or movies. Yeah.
No,
all right.
they
So
like movies.
Okay. I mean, like every parent. I mean, my father used to give me, $8 on a weekend. Go to the video store and get us in, especially on a Saturday, because Sunday it was closed, so we get the extra day.
Yeah.
Here's $8. He's $10. We went to a couple of movies. All right, but he goes, make sure you bring me an action. Okay. That's all he has said. I said, bring me one action at least. The rest, I know you're going to bring me that nasty horror you like, but go bring me one action.
But did he watch the horror with you?
Yes, he did. That's what I'm, it's like, he's talking all this smack about it, but he's like, oh my God, that's so nasty. I'm like, oh, you're watching it though.
You're getting invested.
So, all right. So, Power, was it you found it by yourself? Did you have a clique when you were growing up with your fandom, or you were like the lone wolf Russell?
I was an only child. I lived in a neighborhood full of older people. I was always alone, and that's why I started reading so much.
So you were the old kid on the block, even though you were the young one.
Yeah. When it was time
hanging out with the adults,
school, I had a hard time talking to kids my own age. I just didn't know how to relate to them.
Hopefully you weren't talking like Jaden Smith trying to go to middle school talking to these kids about the environment, or when all they want to hear is about movies. What's wrong with you?
I just didn't talk to them.
I ignore these fools. They don't like Power Rangers. How dare they?
Yeah.
All right. So did you ever find the clique, at any point in time, during school, or was it after, or at some time during? Did you have any local hangout where people express their love for any fandoms?
I found a clique in college when I got into poetry class and would hang out with the other poets. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
In high school,
it wasn't no Dead Poet Society type joint, right?
No. It was just, yeah, we would just get together and do poetry readings and
That's cool
yeah.
though. How, did you feel that helped? Kind of affirm your geekiness or what?
Yeah. And I didn't realize that comics and board games and video games like that I just was never in tune with that culture until after I had become an adult, and now I'm discovering all this and I'm like, there's people like me. I love it.
So
So
is
yeah,
Michigan really that kind of doesn't have
West
that big of a
Michigan is
culture out there?
West
Really?
Michigan is
It's dead.
boring as it gets. I mean, Grand Rapids, there's more, but if you're out in the country like I was, yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's like
Oh, damn.
super. If you weren't into sports, you weren't
You
um
weren't cool.
you weren't cool. Nope, not at all. And I have zero coordination skills. I cannot play sports.
Gotcha. I like playing the sports. I just don't like watching sports. So, you know what I mean? As I rather play. Why am I watching these fools play? I rather get engaged in there.
Yeah.
Let them kick my ass. It's all right. All right. But again, I'm a geek like that too, and I dig that. So when did you start then figuring, okay, I want to start getting a little creative in this culture? What happened?
Well, I've always been a writer, and I always wanted to publish something someday. But I didn't get into comics until after I had my first kid, and I stumbled across Red Sonja by
Oh,
Gail Simone, illustrated by Walter Giovanni, and it
the
just
dynamite stuff.
clicked
Awesome.
for me. I read it and I was like, I want to do this. So I started thinking about that, and I ordered a couple of books about writing comics and studied and
Ooh.
to see the difference between, because I'd always ever just written prose and poetry before. So I taught myself how to write scripts and I've been
Was
doing
there a
this for
learning
about a
curve there
year
for you?
now.
Was
Sorry?
it a big learning curve for you
At
to
first.
transition from prose to script writing?
Well, before I knew what script writing really was, I was just getting the idea down and I just did it through bullet points. Like, this is what's going to
Okay.
happen in this panel, in this panel. It's like
Ooh.
awful. It would be awful for an artist to look at. Terrible formatting. So then I
What
had
are
to
you
learn how
doing
to
again?
go.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So then I had to learn how to structure it so that it
Okay.
was cohesive.
All right. But again, that learning curve, was it something that took you a long time to kind of acclimate yourself to, or was it an easy transition, or how can you explain that for people that come from a world of prose and, have maybe an opportunity to do a comic?
Yeah. I don't know why, but for me, it was just very easy. It took me less than a month to learn
Oh, wow.
how, and it just, like it said, it just clicked for me for some reason. It's the structure of a comic script works well for
Okay.
my brain. I outline in the bullet points still, and then I transition to the script. And I still do write prose occasionally. So I like to flip flop back and forth, which is what Sentience is, a combination of the two.
Yeah.
But yeah, writing straight comic scripts is just fun, and I just love it. I get it.
I'm digging it. So, other than Red Sonja, was there anything else you picked up that caught your eye and kind of led towards that inspiration?
Yeah. Witches, Saga. Yeah, I like
Oof.
creepy things too.
Oh,
Saga, yeah.
you after my heart here, my God. Yeah. Right, keep spilling them names. Oh my
Yeah.
God, this is good stuff.
Boston Metaphysical Society.
Oh yes.
Let's see, what
Good
else?
stuff.
Monstrous.
Oh wow. Marjorie Lou, hell yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic art.
I mean, that art, isn't it gorgeous?
Yes.
Oh geez, it's a gorgeous book overall. Oh, so I'm digging it. So you've been, based on the names you dropping, it's like you are a fan of indie premier publishers.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I've never
is there
been
something about the big two that didn't catch your eye, that you kind of were more steered towards, those smaller labels?
I think just I associate the big two with superheroes. And I don't have anything against superheroes, but I never got into them apart from
It's not your
Deadpool.
thing.
I love Deadpool.
Yeah, I mean, it's because he's also a major butthead that talks to you, breaks the fourth wall, if you will. It's like, yo, you see this moron, I love it.
Yeah. The one where
That
he
humor.
teams up with Spider-Man and just picks on Spider-Man the entire time. Oh my gosh.
I cannot wait for the movie. That would be probably one of the greatest comedy movies ever in comic book style.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you imagine?
Yep. I would just camp out in the theater for that.
I think you need to write it. Hey.
Well, actually, there's an anthology coming up that's a charity anthology, and it's called Amalgam. And you take a DC character and a Marvel character and you mash them together.
Oh, they're gonna do that again?
I don't know if it's been done before, but this one's just a charity, and it's run by Cal. And I am doing Ambush Bug and Deadpool, so it's Dead Bug.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh, where is it? I think I put it. Oh no, I didn't. Hold on. Okay, you talking amalgam? You gotta remember, my white hairs don't lie. So here we go. Oh, here I got both of them out. Oh my God, you in for a treat. So check out this amalgam. This is called Dark Claw. Basically, Wolverine meets Batman.
Okay.
All right, so I got both this the one shot and this other joint right here. Look at that.
I feel like
imagine
I've seen that one.
Wolverine is Batman.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
So, I mean, yeah, he's killing people. I mean, look how cool he looks. There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is actually look at the corner. It says amalgam. You see?
Oh, okay. Okay.
So this is a nice old school thing. I mean, this is the most gorgeous cover of the two, though, because I mean, now he looks vicious.
Yeah, that one's the shining on the shiny.
Yeah. So this one is called Legends of the Dark Claw, and this was called Dark Claw Adventures. So basically, the Tim verse and then the regular verse.
Yeah, it's that
they did a whole bunch
but
of
then
these.
It's an anthology, so just a ton of creators. Fellhound is in there.
I want the anthology, and you're in there, aren't you?
I am in there, and I brought Danny with me because I bring Danny everywhere. She's the artist I work with the most frequently, Danny Rivera. She's a
How'd you meet
artist.
Danny?
I met her. Okay, when I first started getting into wanting to write comics, I decided, okay, I got to find an artist for this idea I have, which was for a barbarian warrior mom with 15 kids.
Oh, damn. Oh.
It's called Brunhilde and the Hex Witch. And I'm
my God. Don't get her mad too. 15 kids. You put your ass straight in a heartbeat.
Yeah, don't mess with her. Anyway, I put the idea up for it and said I was looking for a female artist. And I found her portfolio on Reddit, and she found my post on Guru, and we messaged each other within like the same hour.
Too funny. Destiny.
Like I had just sent her the message, and then I went and checked the other website and looked through my personal messages, and there was one from her. And I was like, I just sent you one.
That's so awesome. The connection was there from the get.
Yeah. Hey, I really want to work with you. Hey, I really want to work with you. And it just, it just worked from there. And now we're friends, and it's
how'd you feel?
Very easy to collaborate with her.
How'd you feel to find someone that was so enthusiastic to want to work on the project?
The first thing that she said, one of the first things she said was, she rides a giant battle yak. I want in. Or something like that. Like, that's badass. And I was like, if you think that's badass, then thank you.
Yeah. And I can't wait to see that rendition of her on this battle yak.
It exists. I have, we made 6 pages and a cover. Oof. And yeah, I can send you the cover image. It's her with her big axe on a battle yak coming right at the reader. It's cool. And then the witch's eyes are in the background.
I'm digging it. I am digging it. So let's start getting into then this. Awesome. new project you got. Again, folks, I apologize. I had something cool all set up, but then the world of Spectrum. I'm gonna shout them out and blast them. How dare you? My internet's down, but hey AT&T, thank you for giving me decent internet. I'm not gonna say it's the best. I'll say it's decent, but allowing me this opportunity. Yeah. So I'm trying to be pleasant with these people. I don't want them to cut me off, but yeah, you have no idea how angry I am. But because again, folks, I'm gonna talk to this awesome person. My internet's down, it's not even cool because she has this awesome project. It's Sentience, right? And it's on Zoop, and we've spoken with Jordan. We've spoken with so many creators on the platform. Here's another one that got a ill project. So talk to us, give us the deets on what is Sentience.
Sentience is an American light novel. So light novels are a format that's very popular in Japan, and it's typically around 50,000 words with 20 or so illustrations. Okay. So it would be like just pushing the far end of novella length here. And Tim and Chris, the guys at Band of Bards, decided, hey, let's supersize this because we're Americans and just make it bigger. And gotcha. It's going to have a lot more illustrations and just a little bit more word count.
Okay.
So there will be some just illustrated prose pages, and then there will also be a few pages of sequential art as well.
Oh. So how many pages is this baby?
It's around 150.
Oh, wow. Getting some bang for our buck there. Mm-hmm. So this is an anthology, correct? Or is it a one story?
It's all one story, and it will not leave you on a big cliffhanger. So it's self-contained. But it is the first in a series. So if this takes off, then I've got more for you.
Salute to you for going that old school route, doing something that's a one and doneer, but with possibilities for more. That's what I loved about the old school comics. You could walk into a shop, buy an old school book, and it's a one and done story, and you're like, okay, I like these characters. I'll see what the next adventure is in the next issue. I miss those days because now everything kind of pulls you. You have to at least buy 4 issues. So salute to you on this though, because we're getting bang for the buck though. Over 100+ pages. Talk about the process. I mean, is this your first time doing a project via Zoop and on a crowdfunding platform overall?
Yeah, this is my first crowdfunding campaign ever.
Wow. So I need to know here. What made you use Zoop? I would know why, but we need to kind of elaborate to our listeners here why a person of your caliber with such talent chose Zoop over any other platform.
Well, I talked about it with Tim and Chris, and they were very much in favor of Zoop, and I had checked them out, and I liked what they were doing as well. And we really liked the idea because I'm new. Band of Bards is pretty new, and Zoop is pretty new. Like, let's rise together, right? It just kind of seemed to fit.
Salute. I love that. I love that. Yes, rise together. You're so right about that. That's how I feel as an entrepreneur overall. Let's all eat and rise together. The table has enough room for everybody.
Exactly. There's room for everybody's stories. Let's have fun with it. Yeah.
I'm digging it. Oh my God. So how long did the project take you? I mean, this big project, crowdfunding, is that baby even ready to go? I mean, all you need is the funding. Like, what's popping? I need all these deets.
We are working on the illustrations, and I am still, I have it fully outlined, and I'm working on the writing. So I know exactly where it's going and what to do with it. And then I've got a prose editor and a comic editor, Damon Barrett-Rowe and Nicole DeAndrea, who's a comic maven.
Oh, I know Nicole. What? Yeah. How did you get working with her? Wait a minute. This is so dope, man. I see her doing mad things on LinkedIn. I'm always like, yo, congrats. And I look back, I'm like, geez, you be moving.
Yeah. She's does so much. And I had no idea who she was when I hired her.
Oh, really?
So I found her on Upwork. And
too funny.
just looked at her credentials and saw that she had worked on comics. She had better credentials than anyone else that I saw there at the time. And
She
I
got
talked to her, and
experience.
her rates were good with what I could swing at the time. And I hired her. And then after that, I looked her up. I was like, oh
Okay.
my gosh.
You're like, damn,
what?
this is who I got.
And then I told my kids, because they really love the Miraculous Ladybug series. I was like, hey, guess what?
Yes.
I am now working with the person who did the writing for the comics of Ladybug. And they were like, Mom knows a celebrity.
Wait, no, Mom don't know a celebrity. Mom is a celebrity now too.
No,
Because when
I'm
this
not.
book kicks ass, don't you worry. No, this book is gonna kick ass. Because
I hope so.
again, I like what you're doing here. That mix of prose and all, it just gives a different look and feel to what most people may call a graphic novel, and I
Oh,
dig that a
yeah.
lot. Because sometimes I love sequential art and all, but sometimes I would like to pick up a nice story where I rather just read and see something like I grew up in that era where I would see books like that often, with
Yeah.
a mix of
Yeah.
prose and art. So I really respect what you're doing there. What made you lean towards that type of look for the book?
It was Chris's idea, one of the
Oh,
co-founders
okay.
of Band of Bards. So I was publicly waffling on Twitter, because that's what I do. Like, I don't know if I should make this story a graphic novel or just a novel. What would be better?
Why
And he
do I
messaged
picture
me,
a
and he was like,
waffle with just question marks?
that's just me. Yeah, that would work for my profile picture. Um, but yeah, Chris was like, hey, how about both? You think you can do that? I said,
Okay.
yeah. You think Danny could do that? Yeah. So what's cool about it though too is, even with the illustrations on the prose, we're gonna do interesting things with it. So it's still artistic, the way that the text is gonna wrap around the illustrations and interact with it. So it's not just gonna be like a prose page and then a box that has an illustration in it. They're gonna feed off each other. So
Oh,
Danny's gonna have
excellent.
a lot of fun with layout.
Oh, nice. Now,
Mhm.
where is Danny located as opposed to you?
She's in Mexico, and she just
Oh,
graduated art school. She's I forget what city she's in, but she's in Mexico.
well, saludos, Danny.
Mhm.
Wepa. Good stuff.
Mhm.
Awesome. Just graduated too. Oof.
Yeah,
Oof.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh my God. So talk about at least the crowdfunding project now. So where we at and what's the overall goal?
We're at about we're over 1,800, and the overall goal is to get to about 4,000.
Okay, you're almost halfway there. And what's
Yeah.
amazing here is you have 25 days to go. And this is
Uh-huh.
on Zoop, ZOOP, folks. Sentience. You got to check it out. I would put it on screen, but again, like I said, all my goodies have been thrown out the door because Spectrum wanted to mess me up today. But no worries. I'm going to make sure this happens because there's no way I could not talk to Elise today about this project, with Zoop, because I really like that platform too. It's just so different
Mhm.
and they really help a creator.
Yeah,
So,
they're very quick to respond, personal interactions, just
oof,
they're there for you. Yeah.
oof. I love it. I love it. So with this Sentience, so, with the 25 days to go, what's the overall goal? Are we gonna get more Sentience from you or what? I mean, we do this one graphic right now, 150 pages, folks, of wonderful prose and art by two amazing ladies. Are we gonna
Mhm.
get more after this? What's kind of the plan in the Russellverse?
Yes. So the next project from Band of Bards is actually me too. I kind of hogged them for a couple months here. And
Epa, yo, you're taking over Band of Bards, man. Epa, I love it.
and it will be it's called Fell Witch, the Fell Witch.
Okay.
And it's a giant allegory for postpartum depression. So it's about this woman with a baby, and it's in a kind of medieval village, and her village is attacked by hell pigs, and she has to
By
run
what?
into hell pigs.
Help? Is that a real thing?
They actually were real, but I've made them bigger.
Oh, they were real things. He's scaring the crap out of me. Like, do I want to eat that in a Cuban sandwich? You know, I don't know.
They would eat you in a Cuban sandwich.
It'd be a human sandwich.
They were prehistoric pig-like mammals that were carnivorous.
Oh, really?
So it's basically my worst nightmare because I'm absolutely terrified of pigs.
And you write a book about this. I love it.
I had to think of something that would just, what would scare the absolute Jesus out of me, and it would be pigs. And
I love it. You know, no disrespect, but what a sicko. I hate these pigs. I gotta write a horror movie about them. Hold on.
They got tusks, and they just like the gore hanging from them, all that. Lots of fun stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Very pleasant to look upon.
You are making me excited for this, because I mean, to be honest, we haven't seen any type of horror film now. Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, be on check for this. Not just this, for Sentience too. But yeah, I think we need a killer pig movie, so that way maybe people stop eating pork.
Yeah, and they're not even the scariest thing in the book.
Oh my God, she's killing me, because right now I do not want to know what a hell pig is. That kind of terrifies me.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that's not even the worst?
All you got to do is Google it. Just Google hell pig, and it will show you the prehistoric animal, and then think of that, but twice that size.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my! I love the sick mind that you have.
And the leader of the group of the alpha is an albino one, so it's all pale and like got mottled skin. It's kind of
creepy.
Kind of mangy, you know, but really big. So the blood really shows up on that white fur.
Oh my God, you are sick. I love it. I'm so digging this, folks.
Her village gets attacked by these hell pigs, and she has nowhere to go but this dense, terrible swamp that everybody says never go in or you'll never come out.
Oh, whoa.
So she goes in, and the pigs will not follow her. They stop right.
So what makes her so hard-headed and stubborn? Like, I'm going to go anyway.
She has nowhere else to go. They're chasing her. Her entire village is just...
So her village pooped on her, and she on the run. Essentially.
Basically, with her baby. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So she has to go into the swamp and face the fell witch if she wants to survive with her baby.
Right. And see fell witch, and I see inspirations, you know, based on the stuff. I'm digging this because of the fact that, you know, a fan that got it later had a kid and said, I'm gonna start rocking it. Yo, you are an inspiration. I dig it. So how do you make time, you know, between being a mama and all and writing? Like, you know, just for the ladies out there that say, I don't have time. Look what Elise is doing. Tell me what you do so these ladies can hopefully, you know, follow in that path and make that time to make sure that they put out their awesome products out there too.
Mm-hmm. I write when my kids go to bed, and they're a little older now. They're 4 and 6. So I didn't do this writing while they were little squeakers because there's no way.
There's no time.
It's not a thing when they're newborns.
I have a 21-year-old now. She just graduated, you know, from Full Sail University. Woo-woo. She's gonna take over the world real soon. So yeah, but I remember those early days for sure. I couldn't do what I do now. Then.
Yeah, no. You like any spare moment you have, you want to spend it unconscious. So
hell yeah.
Just sleep. But yeah, I write when my kids go to bed, and then I'm a stay-at-home mom. So during the day I'm with my 4-year-old, and then my 6-year-old's in school now.
Okay, you can't wait to get the 4-year-old out, huh? Because I can't imagine how much more productive you'll get. You're like, oh my God, can you be 5 already? So you go to kindergarten, please.
Yeah, I am. We'll definitely be able to do more than I think.
Do you have your own geeky room in the crib?
Not right now. We're in a rental house, but we're going to be building our own house, and I'm going to have my own library, and I'm going to I collect natural curiosities, so I'll have like fossils and minerals and taxidermy insects and all
Oh
sorts
my
of things
God.
all over the walls, and it's going to be like a
You
cabinet of
need to
curiosities.
go. Well, where was it? I think it was either the Boston Comic Con or the Northeast Comic Con when I lived in Massachusetts. And there was a guy that sold curiosities.
Yeah.
I'm talking about things in jars.
Yes.
Like that
I
would
love things in
blow
jars.
your mind. I'm like, oh my God, like, I am in your situation in a rental, and we're also looking for, a home to own,
Yeah.
a forever home, if you will. Let me tell you
Yeah.
that these shows, if I have the opportunity, are gonna be full of jars because the shit that I saw that guy had, snakes,
Yeah.
bats, insects. I mean, it was wild. Crazy looking skeletons encased of
Yep.
like different wild creatures. Obviously, exaggerated upon to make it, but I mean,
Yeah.
pieces that would create discussion if you have a visitor. Like, what? Are you sick?
Right.
What is that? Yes, I want that. Yes,
Yeah.
ask me if I'm sick. Don't make me sneeze on you now.
It's like your own personal museum of
Yes, my own
oddities.
Ripley's. You feel me?
Yes.
I was in New
Yes.
York when I went to Ripley's, and my favorite part there was some tunnel that had this thing that would go around. And the whole thing is, if you walk through this tunnel, there's no way you could walk through it straight.
Oh my
You would feel
goodness.
like you're holding on for your life because it's an optical illusion that would make your
Oh.
brain think that the thing is going sideways. So it's like
Oh my gosh.
it
Oh, that
took
would
me
mess me up.
5 minutes to walk across that. Like my brother said, you're exaggerating. And then the moment he took 2 steps in, he almost fell. And he's like, help me. I'm like, bro, it's not moving. He goes, yes, it is. I'm like, no, it's not. It was the greatest thing ever. I wish I recorded it to embarrass him.
Totally just affirmed there.
It was wild. That's why I'm like, great. You need to I'm gonna probably put that in the room before I have a podcast guest. If you want to be interviewed, you got to go to the tunnel of death. Can you hold on?
I would do it.
Yes. One day when you come to Florida, I'm gonna install that shit in my house just for you. I swear. Let's do it. No. No, at least I think everything you do, because here you are, you're a mama, stay-at-home mom, you taking care of the kids, you making books, you building teams, you doing crowdfunding, you doing so much. So first, hats off. I have hair, so I'll take it off and salute to you. Because that's awesome. I would love to see when creators, don't make excuses, to not create. You have your family, but I love how you said, once the kids are in bed, it's at least time, and I'm going to start, doing what I got to do so those kids can actually have a great future. You never know. They may be acting in the film based on Sentience. Who knows? Right?
Yeah. My daughter's been writing comics, and
Hey!
I caught her the other day making promo videos for her comic.
No!
Hi, it's me. I wrote a comic. It's called Love Is It. And then she holds up the comic and she's showing it. It's just the cutest thing.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yo, please encourage the hell out of that because we need more of that. These kids just doing things out of love. And I have a niece that's doing the same, and I'm trying to see how I could help her because this girl, Elise, has created a universe already. I mean, if you remember, I don't know if you ever seen the Marvel Universe Handbook back in the day.
No.
That would kind of give out character break. Okay. If you ever want to see something that gives you the character's origin, breakdown, and the whole storyline, this is from the 80s. And DC did the same with something called Who's Who. But Marvel was called the Marvel Handbook to the Handbook to the Marvel Universe.
Okay.
Oh my God. It are breakdowns like, real name, occupation, story. Like you get the whole origin and breakdown on the character with some cool art angles.
Cool.
You have to see this. I mean, if you love comics, but you want to understand character breakdowns, I think that is. I wish I had it out. I don't right now because I went through my collection just last weekend and basically finally put everything in its order. So short boxes belong to Al. long boxes are on sale. That's how I brought it out to wifey. I said, if I die tomorrow, the long boxes you can sell for whatever you want. But them short boxes, don't let nobody jerk you because that's a lot of money. Okay?
Yep.
That's the way I broke it down to them. Do you have a collection, by the way?
Yeah, it's small compared to people who have been in comics, since they were kids. So, but I'm working on it.
Girl.
I just went to my local comic shop the other day and
nice.
Spent too much, and
Girl, I sold over like 30 boxes, long boxes, and I had gems, but it was in a time, I had moved my family from New York to Massachusetts, and I had to make a sacrifice.
Right.
But I had gems. That I look at this on Instagram sometimes, and I see these pictures. I'm like, wow, I had that, and my heart just keeps breaking.
Oh,
my heart is probably I won't probably be called Black Heart this time next year because I'm gonna have no soul left. Like Jesus Christ, I had all of these.
You just gave away
angry old man
comics. Aw.
Oh my, yeah, but it's all right.
Yeah, I have thousands.
Yeah, this is sacrifices for the family, though. I hear you. My father used to bring me books he used to work in New York, right, at some place, like some rich person building, and these people used to get rid of their books. I mean, rid of them.
Yeah, like a basket.
So what he did is bring them to me, and we started building a library. Yeah, I had the craziest books ever, and I love that. I love that at least when I was growing up, I had something of a crazy library of content. I mean, books on crime, books on vintage cars, books on history. And I was all about that. Like, even my friends asked me sometimes, why the hell do you love history so much? That's my father bringing me these books that I would take time to read. So I appreciate history and understand that, yes, history does in fact repeat itself, and let's not be fools and try to make things better before they get worse.
Right. Right. Yep.
Yep. But this Sentience, you have 25 days to go. Wepa, right? We're at 1.8. We need
and I have the patience of a gnat.
Oh my God. So I can't imagine you're there. Do you have any nails left, man? I see your fingers.
No, I chew on my thumbs. I'm not sure.
Oh my God. Oh, she's like this right now with half a finger. Hey, I'm sorry.
I chew on them. It's a bad habit. I don't chew on my fingernails. I just chew on my thumb.
Oh my God. It's funding.
Yep.
I think the energy. They have this great book, 150 pages, whole sci-fi madness, right?
Yep, it's steampunk horror.
Steampunk horror, sci-fi, everything. Everything is thrown into this mother. Dark fantasy. Hey, yeah, Kanye, don't be trying to say nothing now. Because he has dark fantasies. He just be buying this book. He needs to buy 100 of these right now. Let's get to 4,000 right now, folks. So again, apologies that I can't show the link. It's just because of the tools I'm using don't give me the opportunity. However, at least where on Zoom can we go? What is it for the website for us to be able to support this amazing project today?
So if you just go to zoop.gg and then look at explore, and you'll find Sentience. There's the android in the bottle, and click on it.
Zoop.gg, folks. You heard it. Zoop.gg. Golf. Do I need to read ZOOP.golf. GG. All right. So look up Sentience because you're gonna love it. Again, I apologize for like the 10th time. This is not the normal standard of Comic Crusaders podcast. We do more quality, and so everything that you got going. I mean, I'm very sad because I created this ill PowerPoint, but I can't show it because of my limits at this point.
Okay.
However, I will now post this on the website itself on comiccrusaders.shop. So if you go to comiccrusaders.shop right now, folks, okay, you give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna add all of these images that should have been in the PowerPoint to the post so you can see how beautiful this book is. because what Elise and her homie is doing is amazing. It's on zoop.wg, amazing crowdfunding platform. Elise is the main creator. You've heard her already. She's a sick-minded mama that's doing her thing, and I love it. I dig this energy like this. Hey, this is fire. You know, this is something I'm about to throw my wallet. I left it on my other desk. I would have thrown it at my camera right now. Like, geez. So I hope you throw your wallet and make it rain on this project. That's right. For you hear that? Make it rain. So this is an amazing project that Elise has with our big homie out of Zoop. I mean, may I ask, this is my last question for you, Elise.
Okay.
If this could be anything outside of, you know, what you're doing, meaning cartoon, a movie, a TV show, let's speak it onto the world. What is the ideal vehicle for this outside of what you're doing now?
Either a TV show or a video game.
Oh, I didn't even say video game.
Yeah, I mean,
hey!
yeah, there's giant spiders. Who doesn't want to kill giant spiders in a video game, right?
I mean, I run away from them in real life, so all right. They could live. Let's just push them outside because I'm not killing a spider, but I try to stay away because I seen a picture of a spider that has a tail. If I saw that, I would die because I'm like, that looks like the alien creature. There is no way I'm getting near that because if that goes into my face, I am dying that day.
It's just a
heart attack
right there.
Yeah, right there. Oh shit, aliens is real. I'll make this done. For real. Have you not seen? Please, after this, look up spider with a tail. I promise you, I will freak you out with that. That you're gonna get freaked out.
I'm going to look it up. You know
Okay.
I am.
So everybody, you know what to do. Follow Elyse Russell everywhere. Can we follow you on social?
I have a Twitter, so it's follow me at Elise Russell 13.
There you go.
So ELYSE RUSSELL 13. And I'm the brave little teapot.
The brave little teapot.
Yes.
Hey! Yo, when that teapot starts whistling, you better be careful because Elise is, hey, you know what I mean? She might hurt you. She's gonna burn you for sure. All right. I'm Elise. Yeah, you know what? Now I want to see a brave little teapot horror story of this teapot that just purposely burns people even when it's cool.
That could work.
That's a brave teapot. I'm gonna burn you even when I'm not even cooking. That's how hot I am. I love it. But for real, folks, you know what to do. Please follow the amazing Elyse Russell everywhere on social. Please support this amazing project. Sentience, folks, is on Zoop right now. Please, again, I'm going to add this to all the show notes. You're going to see the images that should have been here. And obviously, you already have access to the links on the post because it's already live on Comic Crusaders because I pregame. I'm that good, all right? I can't control the internet, but at least I control my website. So you peep that. Elise, thank you so much for your time. You've been nothing but an amazing guest, amazing energy. I'm digging it, and I wish nothing but amazing success for you. And like I always tell everybody and all my creators, let me throw you flowers. Thank you. Thank you for taking the steps to put your projects out there, being brave and bold to do that. Not many people are able to do this. So after haters, you do what you do because what you're doing is amazing. And I want to thank you for, you know, taking that time out of your life to create entertainment for people like me to get away from this awful world and just dive into something more fun. You know, even if it's crazy, it's still fun. And I love it.
Yeah.
So
thank you
for
so
that. Nah, for real. So folks, follow Elise, follow Comic Crew. Alto tells you what to do. Thank you so much. Mi gente, you know what it is. Hasta la próxima. Wepa! Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.shop and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.